What is up, guys? So, what I thought I'd do today is just show you a little bit around Windows 8, some cool features and stuff that I like, and just talk about it, because I think there's a lot of controversy surrounding this OS due to the fact that it's pretty much the most significant change that Microsoft has ever done to their operating system, and that there's a lot of hate surrounding it, mainly because of the way it looks, and then there's a lot of people who like it due to its performance boost and whatnot. So, this is just, this is my full gaming computer. As you can see, here's all my games. So I'm just going to go over a little, I'm going to talk about the, where all your programs are now, how everything's organized, different apps that are available to you. And then some people were asking about game performance. So I think we'll start off a couple of one of these games right here and just see, how well they perform. But so far, I mean, I played the Crysis 3 multiplayer alpha, and they perform fine. So, alright, that's great. And the Battlefield 3 game, I've been playing that, and there's a couple things. Like, I noticed for Battlefield 3 there's one issue, but I'll talk about that later. So, this is Windows 8. This is their new start menu, per se. It's now called the Metro, this interface. It's called the Metro user interface, alright? And what it basically is it's a simplified way of putting all your apps into one place, all your apps and programs. And this OS was built straight from the ground up to be universal, so that if you had a computer, a touchscreen computer, a laptop, a tablet, a cell phone, it would all look the same and perform the same, and it would be just familiar to anyone who used either one of those different platforms. So this is basically your main screen that's going to start up every single time. Now, there's one thing I do want to say that I like. As you can see, I'm signed in through my Xbox Live Windows ID. When you first boot up Windows 8, you're going to be asked, can you sign in with your Windows Live ID? Or, it's basically the same thing as your Xbox Live gamertag information. It's all through Windows Live. So you input your email and your password, and then it's going to sync all your account with like a bunch of different programs and stuff, like games, your email, and it's gonna, the weather, it's all gonna sync it with all your Xbox Live or, Windows Live settings. If you have Windows Live Mail, that's all gonna sync. The one issue with that is that I have multiple people using my computer. Sometimes my stepmom needs to get in here and use it to fix some internet issues with the camera that she has. She has like some webcam in like a different room, and she needs to come up here and go into the internet and mess with the direct router settings. And the thing is, I now had to give her the password to my computer because what this thing does, it basically doesn't allow you to basically sign in with your Xbox Live profile without a password. And the only way you can combat that is that if you can switch your account to a local account, which is basically similar to any other Windows program. Basically, it's like it's an account that's not password protected, but anyone can jump on it. So that's one thing I didn't like. You had to have a password if you wanted to use your Windows Live account. I'd rather not, but that's just me. It's not like I have anything to hide on here, but that's just one thing I just wanted to talk about, because that was kind of annoying. Now, you can organize this however you want. If I wanted Steam over here, I can have it in its own row, and all my gaming stuff can be there. This is kind of confusing, however, because if I wanted Logitech over here, it moves this like over here. It doesn't move it back down there. So if I want to put Netflix up there, what if I want Google Chrome up here? See, now this moves over here, and now let's say, what else do I want? Maybe I want Maps over here, and it moves back down. And now, it's kind of confusing, because if you want this over here, and then you want this like right next to it, and it just moves everything in like different directions. And I kind of wish that if I moved it here, that wouldn't move up, that the Netflix would actually move back down here to where, the current weather was. I just wish it was more like that, but it's not. It's very, it can be very annoying sometimes to get the tiles to go directly where you want to go. So that's one of the main stop that. It's one of the little issues I've had when using, you know, this computer. So it's not that big of a deal here. Put all my stuff over here. Everything's like disorganized now. You know, here's another thing too. Like I want, what if I want? Okay, I want eBay down there. All right, I want Chrome up here, and you can see that sometimes it's just not being cooperative. So I think that's how I left it. I don't even know anymore. And then this moves down there. It's just, it can be a little bit frustrating because sometimes it does stuff that, you know, you don't want it to do. But you can do that. You can also get rid of these programs. The right click is now a much more substantial way of interacting with the UI. If I right click directly on the screen, you'll see I have the all apps section. These are all of my programs that are installed on my computer, and I'm using my scroll wheel right now to scroll from side to side. Every program, here's all my apps, and then here's all the programs like I normally would see. You know, my Crisis games, Medal of Honor, Max Payne, the magnifier, everything right here, and it's all organized alphabetically through, you know, folders. So, and I can go directly back to the start menu. And if you want to, let's say I don't want Origin on here, you right-click Origin, and then you have options down here. You can open the file location, run as an administrator, open a new window. You can uninstall the program completely. You can unpin it from the taskbar, which is basically back on your desktop, and then you can unpin from the start menu. If I want to unpin from the taskbar, you'll see if I go to my desktop, it's not going to be down here. And if now I have to go back and I have to select this and I have to go pin the taskbar, go back to my desktop, and here it is, you know? So that's how they organize everything now. It's kind of a back and forth process. The desktop is, you know, undoubtedly what you're going to be on most of the time. I've completely gotten used to there not being a start menu anymore, and to be honest, it can be at first a little bit difficult to get exactly what you want, because you're like, oh great, now I have to go right click over here, go to all my apps, now I have to search through all of this to find out exactly what I want. Well, they actually made it simpler, you know, instead of just going down here. If you move your mouse cursor all the way to the top right hand corner, you're going to get this weird thing that pops out like this, and you're going to see a search, share, start, that brings you directly to your start menu, and then devices and settings. Alright, this is what's really cool. I go to search right here, and it's going to search it not only in my apps, but I can have it search in settings, files, I can have it search on the Windows Store, Bing, everything right here I can have it search directly on. So if I'm looking for the Mass Effect soundtrack, for instance, Mass Effect soundtrack, or let's just type in Mass Effect. I can go to my files. It sees I have 0 apps, 0 settings that have to do with Mass Effect, but I have 5 files that have to do with Mass Effect. And now here, all my files have to do with really Mass Effect. Now I can go to my music, and and if I want to open that, it'll open my music, and it'll probably yeah. See, here's my Mass Effect soundtrack. So, what's really cool is that you can also, at least I think so. Hold on, you can buy them directly from here. Play album, buy album. So you can buy them directly from here. Now I actually own the Mass Effect 3 soundtrack, which I don't think is coming up exactly. So it can be a hit or miss depending on what you want. It's really, that search option is really helpful when I'm trying to find something in the store. You'll see if I wanted to find Angry Birds, alright, in the store. If I go to store and I type in Angry Birds, here's all the Angry Birds games that have to do. This is also something that I want to talk about later on, but that's basically the search menu. It's a hit or miss, really. I think it's, most of the time it's really helpful, but sometimes, like I said, why couldn't it just detect that over here in my music settings, I have the Mass Effect 3 soundtrack, or maybe because I didn't type it in right here. Let me type in ME3, files 36. Alright, so here's all the soundtrack. So it depends on the file name, so that's a mistake by me. My bad. So, alright. Everything works pretty much fine. Like, I have Google Chrome on here. It's going to come pre-installed with Internet Explorer 10, I believe. And Internet Explorer 10 is specifically built for Windows 8, so it's going to have a completely different look. It's just going to look odd. So Windows, or Google Chrome is what I installed on here, and it's just going to bring me directly to the desktop, and I can view, you know, what I want on YouTube and whatnot. Now the game section. This is undoubtedly one of my favorite things about this Windows 8, is now you have a Games tab. This is where you can buy and purchase games, but remember, I'm signed in with Xbox Live. So here's all of my game activity on Xbox Live. Here, all the games that I've recently played or I've ever played. Here's the Windows Game Store, which I can directly download like indie games and stuff like that directly on my computer. So if I want, this looks interesting, I can play it directly from here. Let's actually see if that works. Oh, wants to see, and you can go and buy it. So it just brings it to you like that. But Hydro Thunder Hurricane, I have this on my Xbox 360, and it's pretty cool. So now I can have it on my Windows computer if I wanted to. I'm just not going to pay for 2 copies. And you have the Xbox 360 game store. Halo 4, we can explore the game further, and now it brings us to a completely page dedicated to Halo 4. I can see all of my friends that played the game, all the features and stuff about the game, the avatar items. Let's say if I want gamer pictures, for instance. Hold on. Avatar items, gamer pictures. See, now I can go in here and I can look and I can see, oh, I can download the picture pack and whatnot. And here's all the achievements. I can view all the achievements directly in here and in the related game section, which I don't know how Rayman Origins is even a related game, but that's there. And in my progress, if I played Halo 4, so that's all there. But I can even go scroll all the way to the left and look at this. I have my complete Xbox Live profile. And then I have everyone else here, my friends. I can, look further into my friends. And now I can see directly who's playing what and everything like that. I can go, click on my friends and then compare my games. I can remove him completely for being a dick. And I can view the profile of him. And, it's all just all really intuitive. Here's all his friends, It's a nice way. I love this thing because now I can check my Xbox Live friends or what they're doing without having to go to xbox.com and signing in. It's all directly here. Share profile, and I can share it with people or I can mail in, have people check out my profile that way. I can even customize my avatar within here, which is really awesome, and edit my profile directly. So anything from Xbox Live I can pretty much do directly in here. So let's go back to the start menu. Xbox Smart Glass, you've probably heard of it. This is the thing that allows you to control different things on Xbox Live. Like if I click on this, it's kind of the same thing, just a little bit differently. This connects directly to the to my Xbox 360. So as you can see, it's kind of the same thing, but it's more like the Xbox menu. I can now see the Xbox music, the Xbox videos, the Xbox games, and I can search from Bing. It's pretty much the same thing. My last played, my game add-on, and then my achievements. It's pretty much the same thing, but it's more geared towards tablets and stuff like that. But that's a nice feature. I actually have this on my phone as well. The Windows Store is where you download everything. All these apps and programs that you want to have that are directly integrated within Windows 8, you can download on the Windows Store. So Netflix, you have Skype on here. Unfortunately, it seems that there aren't a lot of apps on here. Like, there isn't a Twitter app. It's really weird. You can also update your stuff right here. It says in the corner I have an update. So, and I can update my music and video. Choose to install the update, and now it's installing the update for that. Books. There's like no apps on this thing. It's kind of weird. Like, if I go to search and I want to say, oh, I like Twitter, so let's look up a Twitter app. And here's everything that has to do with Twitter. Why isn't Twitter on here? It's all third-party apps designed by third-party developers. It's not, a first-party Twitter site. There's no Facebook either. It's like all these social websites, you would expect them to have some sort of app that would integrate themselves with Windows 8, but they didn't. It's kind of odd. So, and I actually did hear that Twitter was making an app for Windows 8. So, or was that Google? It was Google Chrome or Twitter. I'm not sure. But that's nice. Then your music over here, where you can buy stuff from the music store. Then I have my programs, your maps. There's a lot of stuff I took off of here. You're gonna have this thing's gonna be filled up to here practically with just apps, pre-installed apps that they have on here. All my photos and stuff that I can check directly here. My SkyDrive, my pictures libraries. This is an old hideous picture of me. All my pictures on Facebook that you can see are all on here. Look, my timeline photos. Yes. Yes. So those are all on here. And, I can add devices or see them on Flickr. So that's a nice way of organizing them. So, and I have Newegg on here, which see, that's the thing about these apps. Why would I go to Newegg? Like, you're going to be so involved in just the desktop itself that apps like Newegg and eBay, Netflix, it's all going to be irrelevant to you because you're just going to go type it in on your internet browser anyway. So it's like, why? If I'm already on YouTube, what's so hard about doing this? Newegg. Instead of saying, oh, okay, gotta click on the Newegg app now, gotta wait for it to load. Like, look how fast it took for Newegg.com to upload on my Google Chrome web browser, and look at how fast this is taking to load. So, it's just like, you know. You can also, if you point your mouse cursor over in the top left corner, you can also virtually go to any of your open apps at once. You can also close them from here. So if I wanted to close my games, Smart Glass, my store, I can just close them all from here. So that's nice. So now let's go check out the performance with games, since everyone's interested, oh, how does it perform with games? So Battlefield 3, alright, that's pretty much at the moment, the best looking game to be, that's out. Well, I'm not really sure. It's Medal of Honor, Battlefield 3. What do you think? So let's load up here, right? There was one issue, all right? The game's pretty much performed just fine, you know? There wasn't I wasn't playing a game and it wasn't underperforming like to my expectations. The games worked just fine. Are the servers just down now or something? Like what's the issue here? So there isn't anything wrong with the game. There is no ping here. But people are playing. Join server. I have to download. Was there an update? I think there was there was an update. So excuse me while I update this thing. Oh yeah, that is also another issue. There seems to be a sound issue. There's like a problem with a sound card or its compatibility with a sound card that sometimes when I start this computer, it like makes weird like the sound is all distorted. So I have to restart my computer and then everything's fine. Close game. Here. Let's restart it now to actually join a browser. Here we go. That's a nice low ping of 68. Please wait for the game to exit. Alright. I just want to jump in here, so. But the games pretty much perform like you would expect. They're really nice and everything looks, you know, performs fine. So we're going to join the server here. All right, are we loading up here? Ugh. All right, here we go. So yeah, Battlefield 3 performance fine. There is one issue, and the issue with Battlefield 3 is that whenever I die, the screen on the game goes black for like a second, and then it goes back to normal. You'll see when a couple times when I die, but I don't know if that's a compatibility issue with Windows 8 because it never happened before. So I'm guessing it has to do with Windows 8. I'm waiting for it to load. I chose a ping of 68. I have a ping of like 60 on average, so I have no idea why it's taking this long. I apologize. Well. Come on. Come on. Come on. Is it really that difficult? Jeez. Load. Alright, finally. Deploy. Alright. So you'll see a couple times when I die. I mean, as you can see, the game's running fine, and this is just the normal settings that I have it on. This is all maximum settings for Battlefield 3. So the game's performing fine. You know, everything looks good. I'm actually surprised I haven't died yet. I haven't played this game in so long. And I'm playing with a mouse and keyboard, which is always great. Wow. I'm actually surprised I'm not dead yet. A mouse and keyboard match. Battlefield 3. Remember when I did those? Those were just to put something up. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, see, look, you see that? The screen goes black, and then I'm fine, and it brings me back. That's just one issue. It's not really a big issue, but it's just kind of annoying. So, let's see if I can, I'll show you guys again when I die. Just a minor issue. Wow. Oh, crap. See there, screen goes black and I'm dead. So, I think you guys pretty much get the gist of it. Let's quit. It pretty much, you know, you guys get what's going on. So that's really the only issue. I haven't played much of any other game besides those, but everything installed fine, and this is Windows 8 Pro, so I can right-click Battlefield 3 and go to my properties. I can go to compatibility and see I'm running it right now in Windows 7 mode. So you can run it in any one of these modes if it's having issues with compatibility, and it may, you know, perform fine. But I just want to show you guys that. I mean, that's really all there is to it. It's not that hard as what people are saying, you know. Here's the settings menu, and this is how you turn off your computer. You go to power, and then you have the options, sleep, shut down, and everything like that. The computer's starting up, however, this is... When I turn my computer on, it literally takes all of 10 seconds to start this computer up and to have me get on the start screen. Like, it's so fast. Like, it's one of the fastest selling, fastest starting programs that I've ever had. The fastest starting Windows ever. So, and you have your notifications, your keyboard settings, and again, you can go to your direct change your PC settings, and then this will bring you where I can change, you know, my home screen, my account picture, my start screen, and you can change this all different colors. I just like, you know, I like the black and red. You know, that's me. I like black and red, but that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and you know, I guess you can try it out for yourself on any tablet if you go to like a Best Buy or something like that, and that's great. So I'll see you guys later, and have a great day. Bye.